Hey guys, so we have this transaction receipt interface type that we are using to capture a blockchain transaction receipt. Now the requirement we have is we have a log function. Now we want to log a summary of this transaction receipt. Hey guys, I'm Nish and I'm a full-time developer. Okay guys, let's do it. So we have this transaction receipt and we can see in the log transaction summary we only log receipt transaction hash and the receipt status. But if we see this parameter, we can pretty much access to everything we have here. So guys, in TypeScript we have given lots of capability to play with types, so there's no harm of just using the same interface with the log function. But if we think in terms of data privacy and also just to keep focus on one intention or following any good code programming practices, we can do better in TypeScript. So guys, in this case, rather than using the transaction receipt base interface, let's create a new type so it will only focus on two properties: transaction hash and status. And also let's keep in mind, when we are creating this new type, we need to make sure this type will be synced with the base type, which is our transaction receipt. I mean, that simply means if we change anything in the future in transaction receipt interface type, that changes will reflect in the transaction, the new type, let's say transaction summary. So it's super easy guys, we can maintain the good code quality and also we won't see any surprises at runtime. So guys, let's do it. So what we can do is we can create a new type. Let's call it transaction summary. And what we can do is we need to pick only transaction hash and status. So we can use a utility type pick in TypeScript. Let's use pick utility. We can pass in transaction receipt as the base type, and then using union type we can say we need to pick transaction hash and status. Now if we check transaction summary, the new type we created using pick utility only has transaction hash and status properties. Isn't it super easy guys? So pretty much we already done the core work. Now what we have to do is we use that new type in our log function. Let's do it. Right, so we just have to copy this transaction summary type into here and let's change this receipt into a more meaningful name. Let's say summary, and then we can change the variable, accessing the properties as well after changing this variable. So here we go. Now we only have access to transaction hash and status, and it's type safe, and also we only focusing on single intention where we are just logging transaction summary. Now guys, the value of using this utility type to create our new type can be reflected if we try to change a property name. Let's do it and see in practice. Now if I go here and transaction hash, if I change it to be, let's say transaction hash, and then we can see TypeScript starting to complain. Satisfy the constraint key of transaction receipt. Type transaction is not assignable to type key of transaction receipt. So we know that transaction hash is now missing because property name changed. So we have to go and fix the code. And the good thing is, guys, the change is already captured at compile time. So we won't have any surprises during the runtime. Okay, let's fix the code. So what we have to do is, we have to go and use the new property here, and that will reflect again. Let's need change here as well. Let's change that, and here we go. It's super easy, guys, and also it's easy to maintain code because we can trust the code. We're using an existing type to derive a new type, and also TypeScript super helpful in giving us the feedback when changes are happening. And guys, we know our code is evolving every day, every minute, every second, so having this kind of safety net is really helpful. So that's it, guys. So we have transaction receipt, we derived new type using pick utility type, and we named it transaction summary, and we use that transaction summary in our log function, and we achieved our objective. Super easy, guys.